Chosen ones, you've been on a journey unlike any other, a path filled with both challenges and revelations. You might have sensed it. Something significant is on the horizon. God's secret gift, carefully reserved for you, is finally being revealed. This gift is not just a blessing, but a key to unlocking the next stage of your spiritual journey. While the world around you may not fully understand, you are being prepared for something extraordinary, something divinely orchestrated. The road hasn't been easy. There were moments when you questioned your purpose, when the weight of your trials felt overwhelming. But through it all, you've been guided. Each obstacle was not a roadblock, but a stepping stone towards this moment. And now, the signs are becoming clearer. You're beginning to realize that this divine gift is a reflection of your faith, your perseverance, and your spiritual growth. But what is this gift? And why now? It's the culmination of everything you've endured, a divine reward designed specifically for you. Yet, it's more than just a gift for you to receive. It is a tool, a calling, something that will empower you to step into a higher purpose. This is why you've been feeling a deeper sense of anticipation lately, why your spirit has been restless. The universe has been aligning, and God's perfect timing is at hand. You may not fully understand the magnitude of this gift just yet, but rest assured, it is coming. The signs will continue to unfold, and as they do, you'll be guided even more clearly. Stay open to the possibilities, remain grounded in your faith, and know that you are on the verge of receiving something life-changing. Remember, this is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new chapter. The first sign that God's secret gift is being revealed to you may already be happening, though you might not recognize it yet. Often, these signs are subtle, like whispers in the wind, gentle nudges from the divine that urge you to pay attention. You may have felt an unexpected shift in your energy, a newfound sense of clarity, or a deep desire to change your direction. These are not mere coincidences. They are the early signals that something greater is unfolding. At times, this sign may manifest as an inner calling, a feeling you can't quite shake, as though a part of you is awakening to something new. You might find yourself questioning things you've never questioned before, or noticing patterns in your life that are impossible to ignore. This awakening is part of the process, a confirmation that God is preparing you to receive something powerful. But with this realization comes responsibility, as every sign is an invitation to align more closely with your divine path. It's important to remember that God's signs often come in ways that challenge us. You may experience unexpected resistance from others, or even doubts within yourself. Yet, these obstacles are not meant to deter you. They are tests of your faith and readiness. The gift being revealed is sacred, and you must be prepared spiritually, mentally, and emotionally to receive it fully. Take this time to strengthen your connection to God, to tune into the messages being sent, and to trust the process. As you continue to notice these signs, don't rush the process. The divine timing of this gift is perfect, and while you may be eager to know what's ahead, patience is key. Let each sign unfold naturally and allow yourself to grow with it. This is just the beginning. There is so much more to come, and each step forward will bring you closer to the full revelation of God's secret gift to you. As God's gift draws nearer, you'll begin to notice that parts of yourself long buried are starting to rise to the surface. This hidden potential has always been within you, but only now are you ready to fully embrace it. God's timing is perfect, and He knows when you're prepared to unlock the deeper layers of your spiritual power. What you once saw as weaknesses or limitations are, in truth, the seeds of strength, waiting for this divine moment to bloom. This potential may reveal itself through heightened intuition, clearer insights, or a growing sense of purpose that becomes difficult to ignore. You may find yourself becoming more attuned to the energies around you, more sensitive to the spiritual currents that guide your steps. These aren't mere feelings. They are signs that you are moving closer to the gift that God has prepared for you. As you unlock these abilities, you'll find that they not only benefit you, but also serve a greater purpose in the world around you. However, this unlocking process is not always smooth. It often requires letting go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. This is a time of spiritual shedding, where the unnecessary falls away to make room for what's truly important. You may feel vulnerable during this time, as though you're being stripped of all that you once knew. But take heart, this is exactly where you need to be. This vulnerability is the gateway to greater strength, as it allows you to fully align with God's divine purpose for your life. Remember, unlocking this potential isn't something you can force. It unfolds as you continue to trust in God's plan and remain open to the changes happening within you. The more you surrender to this process, the more you will find yourself aligning with the deeper parts of your soul. What may have once felt impossible now feels within reach. And as you continue down this path, you will see that God's gift is not just something you receive. It's something that has always been within you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. One of the greatest mysteries in receiving God's gift is understanding His divine timing. Why now? Why this moment? For so long, you may have wondered when your time would come. You might have prayed, waited, and even doubted whether you were truly destined for something extraordinary. But God's timing is never early and never late. It is always perfect. The reason this gift is being revealed now is because you are finally ready, not in the way the world measures readiness, but in the way God sees it. There is wisdom in waiting. Every trial, every challenge, every season of uncertainty was not in vain. It was all part of the preparation, shaping you, refining you, so that when this moment arrived, you would not only be able to receive the gift, but also understand its purpose. Divine timing often feels mysterious because it operates beyond human understanding. But trust that there is a greater plan at work, one that is designed for your ultimate good. Right now, you may be reflecting on moments in your past where things didn't work out as you expected. At the time, it may have felt like failure, like you missed an opportunity or took a wrong turn. But in hindsight, you can begin to see how all those experiences were necessary to bring you to this point. Nothing was wasted. Every setback was a setup for what's happening now. This moment is not just about receiving God's gift. It's about recognizing the divine orchestration of your life. You are standing at the intersection of faith and destiny, and this gift is the confirmation that everything you've been through has been leading to this. It may have taken longer than you hoped, and the path may have been harder than you expected, but the timing is exactly as it should be. As you embrace this moment, continue to trust in God's timing. Don't rush ahead or try to control the outcome. Let the gift reveal itself in the way God intended, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new chapter, one that holds even more promise than you can imagine. Faith has always been at the heart of your journey, and as God's secret gift draws closer, your faith will be tested in new and profound ways. The gift that awaits you is not something that can be received through mere effort or intellect. It requires a deep, unwavering trust in God's plan. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to this divine blessing, and without it, the gift may remain out of reach, just beyond the horizon. There are moments in your life when faith has been easy, when the path was clear and the signs unmistakable. But more often than not, faith is forged in the fires of uncertainty, in the spaces where doubt and fear try to creep in. It's in these moments that your faith is most needed. You may not always see how things will work out, but you trust that they will. That's the essence of faith, and it's exactly what is required as you approach the unveiling of God's gift. Faith is not passive, it's active. It requires you to take steps even when you don't fully understand where they will lead. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a demonstration of your belief in God's promise. The more you trust, the more you will find that God's hand is guiding you, leading you ever closer to the gift He has prepared. This faith is what aligns you with the divine plan, and it's through faith that the impossible becomes possible. But faith does not mean there won't be challenges. In fact, as you get closer to receiving God's gift, you may find that your faith is tested more than ever before. Obstacles may arise, and you may be tempted to doubt whether this gift is truly meant for you. But these challenges are not meant to discourage you. They are meant to strengthen you. Faith is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you use it. As you continue on this path, remember that faith is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting that God does. Even when things don't make sense, even when the road ahead seems unclear, your faith will be the light that guides you forward. Keep believing, keep trusting, and know that with faith, you are already on your way to receiving the divine gift that has been reserved just for you. The trials you've faced on your journey have not been in vain. Each challenge, each hardship, has been a crucial part of your preparation for this moment, the moment when God's secret gift is finally being revealed. While it may have seemed at times that you were being tested beyond your limits, those trials were never meant to break you. Instead, they were meant to mold you into the person you needed to become in order to receive this divine blessing. Think back to the hardest moments of your life, the times when you felt lost, confused, or defeated. In those moments, you may have questioned why you had to go through such pain. But now, as you stand on the verge of receiving God's gift, you can begin to see how those trials were not punishments, but preparation. They strengthened you in ways that you couldn't see at the time, shaping your character, building your resilience, and deepening your faith. It's often in the midst of our greatest struggles that we find our greatest strengths. The challenges you've faced have forced you to grow in ways you never would have otherwise. They've pushed you to dig deeper, to rely on God more fully, and to discover the untapped potential within yourself. Without those trials, you would not be the person you are today, nor would you be ready to receive the gift that is coming. This preparation wasn't just about building strength. It was about cultivating wisdom and discernment. Through your trials, you've learned to see beyond the surface, to recognize the deeper truths of life, and to understand the spiritual lessons that others might overlook. This wisdom will be crucial as you step into this new season, for God's gift is not just about receiving, it's about knowing how to use it for the greater good. As you reflect on your journey, remember that every setback was actually a setup for this moment. The struggles you faced were stepping stones, leading you closer to the divine revelation that is about to unfold. Your trials have not only prepared you to receive the gift, but they have also equipped you with the tools you need to make the most of it. So when the gift is finally revealed, you will not only be ready to receive it, you will be ready to use it in ways that will bless not only your life, but the lives of others as well. As you walk further along your spiritual path, you may begin to notice certain signs that indicate you're closer than ever to receiving God's secret gift. These signs may not always be dramatic or obvious. Instead, they can appear as subtle shifts in your reality, small but undeniable markers that something significant is about to unfold. One of the first signs is a heightened sense of awareness. You might start noticing synchronicities in your life, events or encounters that feel more than just coincidence. Perhaps you've been thinking about a particular question, and the answer seems to appear in the most unexpected way. These synchronicities are God's way of guiding you toward your gift, gently nudging you in the right direction. Pay attention to these moments, for they are clues that you are aligned with divine timing. Another sign is a sense of inner peace, even in the midst of uncertainty. While your circumstances might not be perfect, there's a deep, unshakable calm within you, as though you instinctively know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of trust. Trust that God's gift is on its way, and that you are being divinely guided toward it. When you experience this peace, it's a clear indication that the spiritual groundwork has been laid and the gift is nearing. You may also feel a strong pull toward change. This might manifest as a desire to let go of old habits, relationships, or ways of thinking that no longer serve you. It's as if your soul is preparing for something new and knows that certain things must be released to make room for what's coming. This process of letting go, while sometimes difficult, is a necessary part of receiving the gift. It's a sign that you're clearing the space in your life for the divine to move. Physical signs may also accompany this process. Some people report experiencing bursts of energy or moments of clarity that feel almost otherworldly. Others may find that they're more sensitive to the spiritual realm, feeling more connected to God's presence than ever before. These physical and spiritual shifts are signals that the gift is close, that the veil between you and your blessing is thinning, and soon it will be fully revealed. As you encounter these signs, continue to trust the process. Don't rush or force anything to happen. The signs are not meant to make you anxious, but to reassure you that you are exactly where you need to be. Each sign brings you one step closer to receiving the divine gift that God has been preparing for you all along. Before God's gift can be fully revealed, there may be spiritual blockages that need to be addressed. These blockages are often the result of unhealed wounds, unresolved emotions, or limiting beliefs that have accumulated over time. While these blockages may seem like obstacles, they are actually opportunities for growth, offering you the chance to clear the path for God's gift to manifest fully in your life. One of the most common spiritual blockages is unforgiveness. Holding on to resentment or grudges can create a barrier between you and the divine blessings that await. Unforgiveness keeps your heart closed, preventing the flow of love, grace, and abundance that God wants to pour into your life. It's important to remember that forgiveness is not about condoning what has been done to you. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of bitterness and opening your heart to receive the good things that are meant for you. Another blockage that can hinder the arrival of God's gift is fear. Fear often disguises itself as caution or self-preservation, but it can prevent you from stepping into the fullness of what God has for you. Whether it's the fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of not being worthy, these doubts can create a wall between you and your divine blessing. To receive God's gift, you must confront these fears and replace them with faith. Remember, God did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Negative self-talk is another form of spiritual blockage. The stories you tell yourself about who you are, what you deserve, and what is possible can either create a pathway to abundance or erect barriers that keep you stuck. If you've been telling yourself that you're not worthy of God's gift, that it's too late for you, or that good things only happen to others, it's time to rewrite those narratives. You are a beloved child of God, and His gift is meant for you. Speak life, speak faith, and speak truth into your own heart. Finally, unresolved emotional wounds can create blockages that prevent you from fully receiving God's blessing. These wounds, often from the past, can cloud your vision and cause you to doubt whether you're truly ready for the gift. Healing is a process, and it's important to take the time to work through these emotions with God's help. As you release old pain, you make room for new blessings. By removing these blockages, you clear the way for God's gift to be revealed in its fullness. This process may require patience and self-reflection, but it is worth the effort. With each blockage removed, you will feel lighter, more aligned with your purpose, and more open to receiving the divine gift that has been prepared for you. As you draw closer to receiving God's secret gift, it's important to acknowledge the spiritual allies who have been guiding you along your journey. These allies may not always be visible, but their presence is felt deeply in your heart and soul. They are sent by God to support, protect, and guide you toward the revelation of this divine blessing. Your spiritual allies come in many forms. Some may be angels who are constantly watching over you, intervening in ways you may not even realize. Have you ever been saved from a situation that could have gone wrong, but somehow things worked out in your favor? These moments are often the work of your spiritual allies, ensuring that you stay on the path toward your destiny. Angels are divine messengers, and their role is to keep you aligned with God's will and shield you from harm as you walk your path. There are also people in your life who serve as spiritual allies, though you may not immediately recognize them as such. These individuals might offer you encouragement, wisdom, or even tough love when you need it most. Pay attention to those who show up at pivotal moments in your life. They are often sent by God to provide the support you need to navigate your challenges and grow closer to the divine gift that is coming your way. In addition to angels and people, there are also spiritual guides from realms you may not fully understand. These guides may communicate with you through dreams, visions, or intuitive insights. If you've ever felt a sudden urge to take a particular course of action or received guidance that seemed to come out of nowhere, it's likely that one of your spiritual allies is offering you a message. These messages often point you toward your higher purpose and help you navigate the spiritual tests that arise as you approach God's gift. Another sign of spiritual allies at work is the synchronicities you experience. These moments of divine alignment are more than just coincidences. They are confirmations that you are on the right track. Whether it's meeting someone who shares a piece of wisdom you needed to hear or seeing recurring signs that resonate with your journey. These moments are orchestrated by your spiritual allies to help you recognize that you are exactly where you need to be. As you move forward, continue to acknowledge and thank your spiritual allies for their guidance. They are working tirelessly on your behalf, ensuring that you are prepared to receive God's gift. Stay open to their messages and trust that they are leading you toward the revelation of something extraordinary. These allies are with you every step of the way, and as the gift approaches, their presence will become even more apparent. Dreams and visions are powerful tools that God uses to communicate with His chosen ones, especially as you approach the revelation of His secret gift. These experiences may be vivid, symbolic, or even surreal, but they carry profound meaning. They are divine messages sent to guide you, to reveal what is hidden, and to prepare your spirit for the blessings that are about to unfold. Have you noticed an increase in dreams lately? Perhaps you've had recurring dreams that leave you feeling both curious and unsettled. These dreams are not random. They are designed to get your attention, to help you focus on aspects of your life that need alignment before you receive God's gift. Pay close attention to the symbols, people, and places in your dreams. Often, they hold the keys to understanding the spiritual shifts that are taking place within you. Visions, on the other hand, may come during moments of deep meditation, prayer, or even in waking moments when you least expect it. They may appear as flashes of insight or as vivid images that seem to carry a weight of truth. These visions are divine downloads, meant to give you clarity about your next steps. As the gift approaches, these visions will become more frequent and more specific, pointing you toward the actions you need to take and the decisions you need to make. One of the most powerful aspects of dreams and visions is that they bypass the logical mind. They speak directly to your soul, delivering messages that your conscious mind may struggle to grasp. This is why it's important to keep a dream or vision journal. Write down what you see, feel, and experience, even if it doesn't make sense at the time. Over time, patterns and themes will emerge, offering you a deeper understanding of what God is trying to reveal to you. It's also important to note that not every dream or vision will be easy to interpret. Some may challenge you, leaving you with more questions than answers. This is part of the process. God is not revealing everything at once, but rather, He is unfolding the revelation of the gift in stages. Your dreams and visions are breadcrumbs leading you toward the full unveiling. Trust that even the confusing or unsettling ones are part of the divine plan. As you continue on this journey, make space for your dreams and visions. Spend time in prayer and meditation, inviting God to reveal what you need to know. As you do, you'll find that the dreams become clearer, the visions more profound, and the messages more aligned with the divine gift that is waiting for you. Keep your heart and mind open to these revelations, for they are guiding you towards something far greater than you can imagine. One of the most significant aspects of God's secret gift is its connection to your divine purpose. This gift is not random, nor is it separate from the mission you were born to fulfill. Instead, it is intricately woven into the very fabric of your destiny. As you draw nearer to receiving this gift, you will begin to see how your life's purpose and this divine blessing are deeply interconnected. Your divine purpose has always been present, even in moments when you couldn't fully see it. Perhaps you felt a persistent longing or a pull towards something greater throughout your life. This sense of knowing that you are meant for more has been a clue, a signpost directing you towards the revelation of God's gift. It's not just about receiving the gift for your benefit, it's about using it to step into the fullness of your divine purpose. God has been preparing you for this purpose from the very beginning. The experiences you've had, the lessons you've learned, and the obstacles you've overcome have all been shaping you for this moment. The gift is the key that unlocks the next stage of your journey, allowing you to fulfill your calling in a way that you've never been able to before. It's as if the pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together, and you are beginning to see the bigger picture of what God has planned for you. But with this revelation comes responsibility. The gift is not something to be taken lightly, for it carries with it the power to transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Your divine purpose is about service, about using the blessings you receive to uplift others and advance God's kingdom on earth. The more you align with this purpose, the more clearly you will see how the gift fits into your mission. As you move closer to receiving the gift, it's important to remain focused on your purpose. Ask yourself, how will I use this gift to fulfill the calling God has placed on my life? How can I be a vessel for His love, His truth, and His power in the world? These questions will guide you as you prepare to step into the next phase of your spiritual journey. The connection between your divine purpose and the gift is undeniable. It is the thread that ties everything together, revealing the deeper meaning behind the challenges you've faced and the blessings you are about to receive. Stay open to this connection and trust that God is leading you toward a destiny that is far greater than anything you could have imagined. As you approach the moment when God's secret gift will be fully revealed, it's crucial to understand that you are entering a time of heightened spiritual warfare. The enemy is well aware of the significance of this gift and the impact it will have on your life and the lives of those you touch. Therefore, there may be increased opposition, both in the spiritual and physical realms, as forces of darkness attempt to hinder you from receiving what God has prepared for you. Spiritual warfare is not something to be feared, but it is something to be taken seriously. You have been equipped with the tools you need to protect the gift and yourself during this time. The most important weapon you have is prayer. Prayer strengthens your connection to God, fortifies your spirit, and allows you to draw on His power when you face attacks. When you pray, you are not fighting in your own strength, but in the strength of the Almighty. Another key to spiritual protection is discernment. As the gift approaches, you will need to be especially vigilant about the people and influences around you. Not everyone who appears to support you is aligned with God's plan for your life. Some may be used as distractions or even as instruments of the enemy to pull you off course. This is why it is essential to stay in tune with the Holy Spirit, allowing God to reveal who is for you and who is against you. Spiritual warfare can also manifest as doubt, fear, or confusion. These are common tactics used by the enemy to shake your faith and make you question whether the gift is truly meant for you. When these feelings arise, remember that they are not from God. He has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Stand firm in your faith, knowing that no weapon formed against you will prosper as long as you stay grounded in the truth of God's promises. It's important to also guard your heart and mind during this time. What you consume, whether through media, conversations, or thoughts, can either strengthen or weaken your spiritual defenses. Be mindful of what you allow into your life. Fill your heart with God's word. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, and stay focused on the mission at hand. This will help you stay aligned with God's will and keep your spirit strong. The enemy's attacks are a sign that you are close to receiving something powerful. But remember, the enemy cannot take what God has already ordained for you. The gift is yours, and no force in heaven or on earth can stop it from being revealed. Stand firm, stay in prayer, and trust that God is your ultimate protector. As you do, you will not only receive the gift, but also walk in the fullness of its purpose, knowing that it is protected by divine power. One of the greatest challenges in receiving God's gift is learning to embrace His timing with patience and trust. While the anticipation of the gift can create excitement, it can also lead to impatience, especially when the path forward feels unclear or slow. But God's timing is always perfect, and understanding this is key to fully receiving what He has prepared for you. You may feel a strong sense of urgency or a deep longing to finally hold the gift in your hands. This is natural, especially after all the trials and preparation you've endured. However, it's essential to recognize that the process of receiving God's gift is just as important as the gift itself. Every moment of waiting, every season of preparation has been orchestrated to bring you to the point where you are not only ready to receive, but also fully capable of stewarding the gift in alignment with God's will. Patience is not about sitting idly by, waiting for something to happen. It's about actively trusting God's plan, even when you can't see the full picture. It's about moving forward in faith, doing what you can with what you have, and allowing God to take care of the rest. This kind of patience requires surrender, letting go of the need to control the timing and trusting that God's timing is always better than your own. There may be moments when you feel like nothing is happening, like the gift is still out of reach. In these times, it's easy to fall into doubt or frustration. But remember, God is never inactive. Even when it seems like things are at a standstill, He is working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances, preparing your heart, and paving the way for the gift to be revealed at the right moment. This period of waiting is part of the process, and it is often during these quiet times that the most profound growth occurs. Another important aspect of embracing God's timing is letting go of comparison. It's tempting to look at others and wonder why they seem to be receiving their blessings while you are still waiting. But your journey is unique, and the timing of your gift is tailor-made for you. What God has for you cannot be rushed, and it cannot be delayed. It will come exactly when it's meant to, and when it does, it will be perfect. As you continue on this journey, practice patience as an act of faith. Trust that the timing of the gift is in God's hands and that He knows exactly when you are ready to receive it. In the meantime, focus on the lessons, the growth, and the preparation that are happening in this season. When the gift does arrive, you will see that the wait was not wasted, but rather, it was an essential part of your spiritual development. The act of surrender is one of the most powerful and essential steps in receiving God's secret gift. While surrender may seem counterintuitive, especially when you've been preparing, praying, and working toward this moment, it's the key to opening your heart fully to what God has in store. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about giving over. It's about releasing your own expectations, your need for control, and your desire to know exactly how everything will unfold. Surrendering to God's will means acknowledging that His plans are greater than your own. You may have a vision of what the gift should look like, when it should arrive, and how it should change your life. But God often works in ways that defy human understanding. The gift may come in a form you don't expect, or it may bring challenges alongside the blessings. In surrender, you trust that whatever form the gift takes, it is exactly what you need at this moment in your life. Surrender also requires humility. It's an act of faith that says, God, I trust that you know better than I do. This doesn't mean you stop working toward your goals or abandon your dreams. Rather, it means holding those dreams loosely, allowing God to shape them in ways that align with His purpose for your life. The more you surrender, the more space you create for God's gift to enter, free from the limitations of your own expectations. One of the greatest barriers to receiving is the desire for control. You may find yourself trying to plan every detail, to anticipate every outcome, and to protect yourself from disappointment. But true surrender involves letting go of this need for control. It's about releasing the outcome to God and trusting that His plan is not only good, but perfect. When you surrender, you open yourself up to surprises, to blessings that go beyond anything you could have planned for yourself. Another powerful aspect of surrender is that it brings peace. When you let go of the need to know and control everything, you free yourself from the anxiety and stress that come with uncertainty. Surrender allows you to rest in the assurance that God is in control and that His plans for you are unfolding exactly as they should. This peace is a gift in itself, one that prepares you to receive the greater blessing that is on its way. As you move closer to the revelation of God's gift, practice the art of surrender. Release your need to control how and when the gift will arrive. Instead, focus on aligning your heart with God's will, trusting that He is working everything out for your good. Surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a demonstration of your faith and trust in God's plan. And as you surrender, you will find that you are not losing control. You are gaining peace, freedom, and the ability to fully receive the divine gift that is coming your way. As you draw closer to the moment when God's secret gift is fully revealed, it's crucial to understand the role that Yeshua plays in unlocking this divine blessing. Yeshua is the bridge between you and God's promises, the key that opens the door to the fullness of your inheritance as a chosen one. Through Yeshua, you are granted access to the gifts and blessings that God has prepared for you, and without Him, the path to receiving these divine treasures would remain hidden. Yeshua's sacrifice on the cross was not just about redemption, it was also about restoration. He came to restore your relationship with God, to reconnect you with the divine source of all blessings, including the gift that is now being revealed in your life. His role in this process is central because it is through His love, grace, and guidance that you are able to align yourself with God's plan. Yeshua is the way, the truth, and the life, and His presence in your life ensures that the path to receiving the gift is clear and secure. One of the most powerful ways Yeshua unlocks this gift is by transforming your heart. The spiritual growth and purification you have undergone have been possible because of His influence in your life. As you've surrendered to His will and allowed His teachings to shape you, you've been preparing yourself to receive the gift that is now so close. Yeshua's teachings guide you to love, forgive, and walk in faith, all of which are essential elements in receiving what God has prepared for you. Yeshua's role as intercessor is another key element in unlocking this gift. He stands at the right hand of God, advocating on your behalf. When doubts, fears, or obstacles arise, it is through Yeshua's intercession that you are strengthened and protected. His prayers cover you, and His presence ensures that nothing can stand in the way of God's gift being fully revealed in your life. With Yeshua by your side, you can move forward with confidence, knowing that the gift is secured through His divine protection. Additionally, Yeshua is the model of surrender and obedience to God's will. His life was a perfect example of trusting in God's timing, even when the path was difficult. In following Yeshua's example, you too are learning to trust and surrender, allowing God's plan to unfold in your life. The more you align yourself with Yeshua's teachings and His Spirit, the more prepared you will be to receive the gift that God is revealing to you. As you continue on this journey, remember that Yeshua's role is not just to help you receive the gift, but also to help you understand its purpose. Through Him, you will gain clarity on how to use this blessing to fulfill your divine calling. Yeshua is the ultimate guide, and with Him, you will not only receive the gift, but also use it in ways that glorify God and bring light to the world around you. As you approach the full revelation of God's secret gift, you may encounter opposition, both spiritual and physical. But take heart. God's divine grace acts as a shield, protecting you from every force that seeks to hinder you. This grace is not earned. It is freely given to you as a chosen one, and it is through this grace that you are empowered to walk through challenges unscathed and receive the blessings that God has prepared. Divine grace is one of the most powerful tools you have in this journey. It covers you, even in your moments of weakness, ensuring that no weapon formed against you can prosper. When you encounter obstacles, whether they come in the form of doubt, fear, or external resistance, grace steps in to protect and uplift you. It is through grace that you are able to stand firm in your faith, even when the storms of life try to shake you. One of the most important aspects of grace is that it is not dependent on your own strength or abilities. There may be times when you feel weak, unworthy, or incapable of handling the challenges in front of you. In these moments, it's important to remember that grace is sufficient for you. Where your strength ends, God's grace begins, and it is through this divine favor that you are able to move forward no matter the opposition. Opposition may also come in the form of people or situations that try to distract or discourage you. These forces may question your worthiness, your calling, or your ability to receive God's gift. But divine grace not only shields you from these attacks, it also gives you the wisdom to see them for what they are. Through grace, you are able to discern what is from God and what is a distraction, allowing you to stay focused on the path ahead. Furthermore, grace works in ways that often go unseen. There are battles being fought on your behalf in the spiritual realm, and God's grace ensures that you are protected even from the things you cannot see. Angels are dispatched to guard you, and the power of the Holy Spirit surrounds you, creating a barrier that no enemy can penetrate. This divine protection ensures that you will reach the destination God has set for you, no matter what opposition arises. It's also important to recognize that grace is not a passive force. It empowers you to act. When you are faced with challenges, grace strengthens you to move forward in faith. It gives you the courage to face opposition head-on, knowing that you are not alone. God's grace is with you, fighting for you, and ensuring that no obstacle can stand in the way of His divine gift being fully revealed. As you continue to walk this path, lean into the grace that God has provided. Trust that it is enough to carry you through any opposition, and that with grace, you are fully equipped to receive the blessing that is coming your way. The power of grace is limitless, and with it, nothing can stop you from fulfilling the divine plan that God has for your life. As you prepare to receive God's secret gift, one of the most profound realizations you will come to is the understanding of your unique role in God's divine plan. This role is something only you can fulfill, and it has been carefully crafted by God, taking into account all of your experiences, strengths, and even your weaknesses. The wisdom of God is far beyond human understanding, and in His infinite wisdom, He has designed a purpose for you that is not only meaningful, but essential to the world. Your journey has been preparing you for this moment. Every trial, every challenge, and every victory has been part of the process of shaping you for this specific role. While you may not have always understood why certain things happened or why certain doors were closed, know that it was all part of God's perfect plan. His wisdom sees the bigger picture, the one that we are often too close to recognize. The gift you are about to receive is directly tied to this divine role, and it will empower you to step into it fully. Understanding your unique role begins with accepting that you are chosen. Many people may have doubted your calling, and at times you may have doubted it yourself. But as this gift approaches, you will begin to see more clearly how your life has been leading you to this point. This role is not just about personal fulfillment, it is about service. It is about using the gift you receive to impact the lives of others, to bring light into the world, and to fulfill God's will on earth. One of the key elements of God's wisdom is timing. You may have wondered why it has taken so long for this gift to be revealed. The answer lies in the fact that God's wisdom knows exactly when you are ready, both spiritually and emotionally, to handle the responsibility that comes with this role. He has been preparing you, not just for the gift, but for the purpose that comes with it. Now, as the moment draws near, you will see how perfect His timing truly is. Another important aspect of understanding your role is recognizing that it is unique to you. Comparison can be a trap that distracts you from fully embracing what God has for you. While others may have their own gifts and callings, yours is specifically designed for you. God's wisdom ensures that no one else can fill the role He has created for you. There is no need to compare your journey to anyone else's, because your path is uniquely yours and the impact you are meant to have is irreplaceable. As you step into this role, trust in God's wisdom to guide you. You may not have all the answers, and that's okay. God will continue to reveal His plan to you as you move forward in faith. The gift is only the beginning. Your unique role in God's plan will continue to unfold as you embrace the path He has set before you. Trust in His wisdom and know that you are exactly where you need to be, ready to fulfill the purpose you were created for. God's secret gift is not just a blessing, it is a powerful tool designed to elevate your life's mission. This gift is meant to take you from where you are now to a higher level of spiritual fulfillment, purpose, and impact. You may have already been walking in your calling, serving God's kingdom in the ways you know how, but this gift will unlock new dimensions of your mission that you have yet to explore. Your life's mission is something that has been placed within you from the very beginning. It's that deep sense of calling, that inner drive to fulfill something greater than yourself. Up until this point, you may have felt limited in how far you could go or how much you could accomplish. But with the revelation of this gift, God is giving you the tools and resources to elevate your mission, allowing you to expand your reach and deepen your impact in ways you never thought possible. The gift you are about to receive will bring clarity and direction to your mission. You may have been moving forward in faith, trusting God even when the path wasn't clear. But now, as the gift is revealed, you will begin to see the pieces come together. It's like a puzzle that's been missing its final piece. This gift is that missing piece, the one that will bring everything into alignment and allow you to operate with a new level of confidence and purpose. God's intention with this gift is not just to bless you personally, but to use you as a vessel to bless others. Your mission is about more than just your own spiritual journey. It's about how you can serve the world around you. This gift will give you the capacity to touch more lives, to bring hope to those who need it, and to advance God's kingdom in ways that are unique to your calling. The gift will empower you to step into roles you may have previously felt unprepared for, allowing you to fulfill your mission with greater effectiveness and grace. But with this elevation comes responsibility. God is entrusting you with something sacred, something that carries both power and purpose. It's important to stay grounded in humility and to remember that the gift is not just for your benefit. It's a tool for you to use in fulfilling God's plan. As your mission is elevated, so too will the challenges you face. But with the gift comes the grace to overcome these challenges, to rise above them, and to continue moving forward in faith. This elevation of your mission is a divine promotion, one that has been ordained by God for this specific time in your life. It is the next step in your spiritual journey, the point at which everything you have been working toward begins to manifest in tangible ways. As you embrace this gift, remember that it is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one that will take your mission to heights you never imagined. Trust in God's plan and allow the gift to elevate not only your mission, but your entire life. As the moment of receiving God's secret gift draws nearer, it is essential that you prepare yourself to fully embrace this blessing. Preparation is key, for without it, even the greatest gifts can go unnoticed or underutilized. God has been guiding you toward this moment for a long time, and now it is time to take intentional actions to ensure you are ready to receive what He has in store. The first action to take is to cultivate a mindset of openness and gratitude. Often, we can be so focused on what we don't have or what we're waiting for that we forget to appreciate the blessings that are already present in our lives. Gratitude opens your heart and creates a space for God's gift to flow into your life. By focusing on what you are grateful for, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and prepare your spirit to receive even more. Another important step is to clear any lingering doubts or fears that may be standing in the way of receiving. Doubt is a form of resistance, and fear can block the flow of God's blessings. Take time to reflect on any areas of your life where you may still be holding on to fear, whether it's fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or even fear of success. Trust that God's gift is meant for you and that His plans for you are good. Let go of the need to control every outcome and instead surrender to God's timing and purpose. It is also crucial to be mindful of your environment. Surround yourself with people and influences that support your growth and encourage your faith. Negative environments can stifle your ability to receive by filling your mind and spirit with doubt and distraction. Seek out relationships and spaces that foster positivity, encouragement, and alignment with God's will. These environments will help to elevate your energy and prepare you to receive the gift with a clear mind and an open heart. Another powerful action to take is to create space for reflection and prayer. In the busyness of life, it can be easy to overlook the importance of quiet time with God. Make it a priority to spend time in prayer, asking God for guidance and clarity as you prepare to receive His gift. This will not only strengthen your relationship with God, but also give you the spiritual insight you need to recognize the gift when it arrives. Prayer is the bridge between you and God's will, and it is through this connection that you will receive the wisdom and strength needed to fully embrace the blessing. Finally, take practical steps in your daily life that align with the manifestation of the gift. If God's gift involves a new opportunity, begin preparing yourself for it by developing the skills and mindset needed to excel. If it involves healing, start focusing on self-care and personal growth. These practical actions signal to God that you are ready to receive, that you are actively preparing your life for the blessing to manifest. By taking these steps now, you are positioning yourself to receive God's gift with open arms and a prepared heart. The more intentional you are in your preparation, the more fully you will be able to embrace the gift when it is revealed. Trust that your actions, both spiritual and practical, are aligning you with God's divine timing, and know that the blessing is on its way. God's secret gift, the one you have been preparing for, is finally being revealed. But as this gift comes into your life, you may wonder, what happens next? Receiving the gift is only the beginning. What follows is a journey of deeper understanding, purpose, and responsibility as you begin to integrate the gift into your life and mission. The first thing to recognize is that the revelation of the gift is not a single moment, but the start of a process. The gift may come with immediate blessings, opportunities, or insights, but its full purpose will unfold over time. As you receive it, remain open to the ways in which God will continue to guide you in understanding the depth and significance of the blessing. There may be layers to this gift, and as you grow, so too will your understanding of how it fits into your life's mission. Once the gift is revealed, it's important to take time to reflect on what it means for your life moving forward. You've been preparing for this moment, but now that it's here, it's crucial to seek God's continued guidance. Ask yourself, what is God calling me to do with this gift? How can I use it to serve others and fulfill my divine purpose? These questions will help you stay aligned with God's will and prevent you from becoming complacent or distracted by the gift itself. As you integrate the gift into your life, you will likely notice new opportunities, relationships, and challenges arise. God's gifts are often accompanied by shifts in your external reality, as He orchestrates events and people to align with your elevated purpose. Be ready for these changes and approach them with faith and trust. Just as God has prepared you for the gift, He has also prepared the path forward, even if it is not immediately clear. It's also important to remember that with the gift comes responsibility. God has entrusted you with something sacred, and it is up to you to steward it well. This means using the gift not just for your own benefit, but for the greater good. Whether the gift is a new opportunity, a talent, a relationship, or a deeper spiritual insight, it is meant to be shared and used to advance God's kingdom. The more you give of what you have received, the more you will see the gift grow and multiply in your life. As you move forward, stay connected to God through prayer and reflection. The gift may bring challenges, as any elevation in your spiritual journey often does. But these challenges are not meant to discourage you. They are part of the process of refining and strengthening you. With each challenge, you will grow in your ability to handle the gift with wisdom and grace. Trust that God is walking with you every step of the way, and that He will provide the strength and guidance you need. The revelation of God's gift is a powerful moment, but it is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one that holds even greater purpose and potential than you may have imagined. Embrace the gift with gratitude, humility, and faith, and know that God is with you as you step into this new phase of your life. The gift has been revealed, but the full extent of its impact is still to come, as you continue to walk in alignment with God's will.